If a little bit of home baking is right up your street, then please do stay tuned for this, because today I'm going to be making a homemade almond tart with nice shortcrust flaky pastry and a frangipane filling, topped with almonds and jam on the base. So stay tuned for that. Hi everybody, welcome to the channel, Nanna-M. My name is Lynn. If you're new, a very warm welcome to you, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Like I said in the intro, today I thought I would do, I haven't done one for a while, so I thought I would do a baking video, and we absolutely love almond flavour in this house. And I think I must have seen it or something on the television, and it kind of like sparked an interest in thinking, I could just do to make something like that. So I decided I would make a nice almond tart. So like I say, if you think that's something that you might be interested in, please do make yourself a cuppa, put your feet up, relax, and watch me work in this kitchen. I absolutely adore baking. So I thought what I would do first of all is just tell you the ingredients and the things I'm going to be needing to use for this recipe. So I'll be back. So for the pastry, we are going to need 200 grams of plain flour, 100 grams of unsalted butter, diced and very cold. So I've been keeping that in the fridge. We need 50 grams of caster sugar. You can use icing sugar should you choose. And I'm waiting for my Tesco delivery before I can put it all together, because I need some eggs, and you will need 1 egg for the pastry, and possibly a very slight amount of cold water if your mixture is dry. I'll show you that when we come to it. You'll need I've got a loose bottom flan tin. I think this might be a 9 inches. I'll just check for you. Yes, it's a 9-inch loose bottom flan tin. And you can either grease that yourself, put a lining in, or I'm going to use this spray. I like this spray, Release the Cake spray. I'm going to use that to spray mine. And really that is all. You need either some baking beans, some rice, some lentils, whatever it is you choose to weigh down your pastry when we're going to blind bake it. So that is all you need for your pastry. And then for your frangipane filling, you're going to need 150 grams of soft unsalted butter. I've got that in the microwave. I'm just going to make sure that it's nice and soft when I come to use it. 180 grams of caster sugar in there. 180 grams of ground almonds. You're going to need 3 medium eggs, but as I say, I'm waiting for Tesco to arrive. And then I'm going to need 1 teaspoon of almond essence. You can leave this out if you don't have it. It'll still taste of almond, but I do like the extra oomph that it gives. And then we're going to need approximately 200 grams of jam of choice. So I ordered some seedless raspberry, so that will be on my Tesco order when it arrives. I'll show it you when it comes. And then you need some flaked almonds to decorate the top. And that's all you need for that. You can dust it at the end with icing sugar should you choose. But I'll show you that as I go along. So as soon as my Tesco delivery arrives, I'll make the pastry, because you want the pastry to sit in the fridge for at least 30 minutes before you try to roll it, because it is a very short pastry, but it's delicious. yeah, so I shall be back as soon as Tesco's arrived. I think it's wonderful, this online thing. I did it last week because I couldn't go and I didn't feel like going this week, so I've done it again. I mean, I will go back to doing my own shopping, but just for the moment, it's very convenient for me and I'm enjoying doing it. And I found that I'm not putting extra bits in my trolley. You know, like when you walk round yourself, you tend to throw all sorts in, don't you? Whereas if you're doing it online, you're really only ordering what you think you're going to need. So yeah, it doesn't cost you that lot of money. Plus, I used my coupons as well because it reminds you when you do it online, it'll flash up. These are your coupons, do you want to use them on this shop? So yeah, did very well really. So as soon as that arrives, we can crack on with the pastry and take it from there. So I'll see you in a moment. So the Tesco man's just been, so I've got my eggs. So I'm going to be using, obviously for the flour now, I'm going to be using this plain flour, the caster sugar, the very cold quartered butter and 1 egg. Cold water just in case the mixture's a little bit too dry. So I'm going to put everything in my food processor and do it that way because it's just quicker and I like to be quick. So I'll turn you down and show you. So into here, I'm going to put my flour, caster sugar, make sure I get it all in, my butter, and put the lid on. And I'm going to pulse that till I get breadcrumbs. So you probably don't want to listen to this, so I'll turn the sound off now. That's absolutely fine. Yep, nice fine breadcrumbs. So I'll just leave it as it is. And I'll crack my egg. So in goes the egg. And then I'm going to pulse and see if it comes together. It's come together just with the egg. So now I'm going to take this out, wrap it in cling film and put that back in the fridge for at least another 30 minutes. So I'll just bring it all together and wrap it in cling film. Back in the fridge. So this has been in the fridge for more than 30 minutes now, so I need to roll it out, and because my tin's 9 inches wide and then I've got 1 inch up the side, I'm gonna make it 12 inches and then cut the excess off. So I'll just turn you down and show you that bit. I've got my oven preheating, 190 or 180 if it's fan assisted, and we're going to be baking this initially for about 15 minutes. So you need to flour your mat or your work surface, whichever you're using. lower the top. Can be quite sticky, this. So just try and keep it as round as you can. Make sure it's moving underneath like that and it doesn't get stuck. It probably will crack, but don't worry about it, you can just bring it back together again. Keep making sure that it moves. Whoops. That is going to be fine. So I'm just going to spray my tin. This release spray. And I'm also going to put that lining on the bottom. Roll it over my rolling pin, like so, very lightly. And I'm just going to let it fall inside like that. That's it. Let it fall down. Careful if you've got nails that you don't pierce the side. And what you can do is you can take some excess pastry from around the edges, roll it into a ball like so, put that inside your cling film, like this, and then push that in the side like that. And once you've gone round all the edges, like so, you trim the edge. Like so. And then I've taken some parchment paper and I've crinkled it up, rolled it into a ball and then opened it. And then I'm going to put that inside my case, like so. And then put your baking beans inside. You can use rice or lentils, whatever it is you've got to hand. But obviously once you've used them to do this, you can't cook them after. And that goes into the oven now, preheated oven, for 15 minutes. And then I'll show you what it looks like. I just wanted to show you this mat because I can really recommend them. Now I got mine from Temu, but you can get them on Amazon and you can get them on eBay. You can get them in a few different places, and it measures, the inch starts here, so it's got 21 inches across the top and a bit extra obviously. You've got centimetres down the side, centimetres across the bottom, and then inches up that side. And then you've got your centimetres circles and your inch ones. The smallest one is 5, the biggest one is 12. And then you've got measures, which like is a cup, ounces, tablespoons, teaspoons and mils. So 1 cup measure is 8 ounces, 16 tablespoons, 48 teaspoons and 237 mil. And then on this side, you've got Fahrenheit and Celsius. So it's ideal really. And it saves you messing up your worktop because I just cart it over to the sink, wipe it all down, roll it up, goes back in the cupboard till next time and your worktop's nice and clean. So I just thought I'd explain that in case you fancy buying yourself one. If you do a lot of baking, they are worth it actually. John's laughing at me because I'm telling you about my mat. I'll be back when that comes out of the oven. See you in a bit. Okay, Alexa's just done the timer for 15 minutes, so I'll just put you down and show you. So I'm going to take these beans out now. Be careful because they are very hot. There you go. Now what I'm going to do is the 3 eggs that I told you about that are for the frangipan. I'm just going to take a little bit. I've whisked them up and I'm just going to take a little bit and I'm going to paint round this pie crust. With this egg mixture all the way around and then all across the bottom, and then it's going to go back in the oven at the same temperature that it's just come out of for another 5 minutes, and that is just going to brown that gold, make it a bit golden, that crust, and seal it ready for the jam to go in. So I'll put that back in for another 5 minutes and then I'll show you what it looks like after. So in this bowl I've got my 180 grams of softened butter, you can see how soft it is, and 180 grams of caster sugar, and I'm going to beat this together with my electric whisk until I've got a nice soft creamy consistency. So I'll just get that ready and I won't be a moment. So I'll just turn you down and show you. I don't want it to tip over. I'm just going to spray it down That's nice and creamed now, so I'm going to add a teaspoon of almond essence. And I'm going to add the egg a little bit at a time. Going to put in the ground almonds. And scrape it down. Give it a final whip. I'm going to leave the recipe down in the description box below, so if you want to make it for yourself, everything will be there, the ingredients and the method and everything. So fabulous. Right, so we'll go back over to the base and I'll show you what happens next. So while it's still warm, I've got the 200 grams of raspberry jam here, and I've just mixed it up like that just to loosen it. So I'm just going to put this all across the base. And just spread it evenly. This is seedless, this one that I've got, but you just want to make sure that it's evenly spread. Like so, right to the edges. And then you take your frangipane and you want to put dollops like this around the edge. And then fill your middle up. Make sure you get it all. Waste not, want not. That's another saying from from my childhood. Waste not, want not. Okay. And then I'm going to get a spatula. And just spread it out evenly. Like so. Doesn't need to be perfect. And then you've got your flaked almonds. I'm just going to sprinkle some of these on top. As many or as little as you like. I like quite a few. And then that goes back in the oven. That goes back in the oven for between 25 and 30 minutes, and then I'll show you what it looks like. All you need to do is test it with a skewer in the middle, and if it comes out clean, it's done. So that's going back in now, and I'll show you when it comes out. So mine took 35 minutes, and it's just come out. So what I'm going to do is, you've got options now. You can, if you've got some apricot jam, you can just melt it a little bit and then put a glaze over the top, or you can sprinkle icing sugar on. Well, I don't have any apricot jam, but I have got some lime marmalade. So I've just warmed mine up in the microwave, and I'm just going to put a glaze over the top now, so I'll just turn you down. So, as soon as that's cooled down and we're having some after tea, I shall slice it up for you and show you what it looks like. Excited. Please do it. So I had to turn the volume off here, I'm sorry, and do a voiceover because I forgot that we had the television on and we were answering questions from on the chase. So I just had to remove the background noise and then do this little voiceover. So here I'm just cutting it into eighths, and there's just a piece for me and a piece for Harvey because bless Joanne, unfortunately she wasn't allowed to have a piece, so she had to have a different pudding. Bless her. So I'm just about to give Harvey's piece, and then I try a little piece for you. So here I am. The taste test. It looks beautiful. Still a little bit warm actually. but I think you can tell by my face in a minute. Absolutely delicious. If you like almond, you will definitely like this cake. Now, you don't have to put the jam in the bottom, or you can change the jam out for a different strawberry jam, lime marmalade, normal marmalade, apricot jam, or just don't put any jam on at all. It's beautiful. Beautiful. So poor Joanne couldn't have any because there's eggs in and it's not gluten-free flour, bless her. So she's has yoghurt and berries. Not exactly the same, is it? But there you go, can't help it really. I should have tried to make it, but I don't know what you'd substitute the eggs for. Might have a go at that one day, but anyway, for now, this is absolutely delicious. I can highly, highly recommend it. And that's what it looks like. Absolutely beautiful, honestly. Not just saying that because I've made it. It is delicious. So, I'm going to give some away and we'll have some more the rest of this week. And that has been a real success. So, as I say, I will leave all the ingredients and the recipe, the method and everything in the description box below. All you need to do is press more underneath the title and a drop down box will open up and all the information you need will be down there. So if you've stayed until the end, I'd like to say I hope you have, because otherwise you wouldn't see the end result, would you? So I've really enjoyed baking again. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. And if you have, would you mind giving me a thumbs up? Press and subscribe, please, if you're not subscribed already. Leave me a comment or an emoji in the comment section. And if you are subscribed, please do hit the notification bell, because that way you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. So I'd like to say again, thank you so much for watching and spending some of your precious time with me. And stay well, and fingers crossed, I will see you on the next one. But on the next one, I'll be telling you about, I've decided that I'm definitely going to do a voucher for the giveaway for the 10,000 to celebrate, me reaching 10,000. And this video is a Wednesday's video, so I'll probably be telling you all about that on Friday's video. But it's definitely going to be a voucher. When I mentioned it on my last video, everybody seemed to think that that was a really good idea and probably will appeal to everybody. So that's what I've decided to do. So I'll be telling you all about that on Friday's video. So stay well, and I'll see you on the next one. Fingers crossed. So bye for now. Make yourself an almond tart. Delish.